In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Before I started my planning and creation of my media product, I went and researched some forms and conventions of other media products. In my research, I deconstructed various double-page spreads, contents pages and front covers, and I managed to get a feel for what a real one looks like. And from that research, it really helped me in the creation of my final products. I noticed that all the magazines have various similarities and various differences, and the similarities were the forms and conventions of a normal magazine. And in my product, I think I used various forms and conventions, but I also used some techniques that didn't match the forms and conventions of a normal magazine. Overall, I think the mixture of the two really made the magazine unique. To help me answer this question, I'm going to use my brother, as he is a regular magazine reader, and he'll be able to pick out what's similar in his magazines he reads and my magazine, and those will be the forms and conventions of a normal magazine. So this is Charlie, and he has my magazine loaded up on his tablet. First of all, we're going to look at the front cover. So what are the similarities in this front cover and the front covers of the magazines you read?
Well, the masthead is located at the top of the magazine, like most magazines these days. And also the feature article cover line is in the middle. And then in the top right there's the price, the date and issue number, the same as most magazines. The models are in direct gaze and the photos taken in mid-shot. So overall I'd say this front cover looks very similar to most magazines. Well, there's article titles and page numbers, which is consistent like every other magazine. There's secondary photos. So there are subject headings like extras and contents, which are normally found on this page.
Alright, so now onto the double page spread.
So first of all, you've sectioned them into columns, and also you've used a capital L for the start of this article. The text appears to be in a standard font, and also you've added a quote. Also, the position of the article title is in the top left, which is where they're usually found.
So now, Charlie, we're going to go back to the front cover. So how does this front cover vary to other front covers?
Well, you've kept the background, which is quite uncommon, as they would usually cut it out and use a green screen.
Yeah, and I did that plainly because I wasn't very skilled into green screen and stuff like that, and also the background was white, so it didn't really have that much of a relevance in the mise-en-scene, so it was alright. Now we're going to move on to the contents page.
So for the contents page, normally you would see a single photo in the background, but instead there's a white background with 3 secondary photos.
From all my research, I only saw Kerrang use various photos on the contents page. I wanted to adapt that idea and use 3 photos, plainly because the more photos it will be more engaging, and the white background contrasts with the black writing, so it'll be easier to read. So this is definitely challenging the forms and conventions of a normal magazine.
Well, for the double page spread, you've kept the background again, which is quite uncommon. Usually the background would be white so that the black text could be read easily.
I decided to keep the background because the mise-en-scene directly related to the article, and I wanted to keep in all like the punk features like the nails and stuff, so that's why I kept in the background. But yeah, this definitely isn't very common on double page spreads.
You've added quite a few secondary photos, including a QR code, which is uncommon in most double page spreads, as they usually just use a single background photo, maybe 1 or 2 secondary.
I mean, I wanted to have as many photos in there as I could, plainly because I felt that this would be able to link in with the narrative and it would tell the story better. Also, for my audience wise, I think more photos is the better, because having too much text, it'll make it too saturated and they wouldn't enjoy it as much. So yeah, that is why I use quite a lot of photos. So that is definitely, again, challenging the forms and conventions of a normal magazine.